This video will pretty much show how the mysterious YouTube internal team contradicts itself and just, being overall stubborn about their decision and not applying the guideline properly and falsely taking down videos and, all that craps. I'm not gonna put any random images nor swear in this video, so they won't be able to take down this video as well for some ridiculous reasons. I'll just simply take you through this conversation I had with the YouTube support in Gmail, because this is more than enough to show how incompetent the YouTube internal team is. Alright, so some backstory first. My video was taken down for violating the criminal organizations policy. For more details, go to the video I put on my main channel where I explained more in detail why my video did not violate the criminal organizations policy, nor the violent or graphic content policy, which will come on later in the video. It was stupid because my video did not violate any of these policies because it was a Roblox gameplay video where I did not even mention any criminal organizations. So I went to the YouTube support to ask them what happened, and after a long conversation, they told me that they'll forward the request to the internal team for another review. Bear in mind that YouTube support is the only way where I can indirectly contact the internal team, because for some reason the creators cannot contact them directly for whatever reason. After a while, they sent me this email saying that YouTube prohibits violent or gory content posted in a shocking, sensational, or disrespectful manner. Similarly, videos showing someone being attacked or humiliated are not permitted. This is a policy that does not fall under the criminal organizations policy, but the violent or graphic content policies. So I replied and I told them it doesn't make any sense because it was not a violent nor gory video, it was a Roblox gameplay, it's a bunch of Legos. They replied a day later that they understand. That's bullcrap, they freaking don't. I don't see them making a video for 3 weeks just to have it removed. Anyway, they said that the decision is final and they won't be putting my video back. And so I said if I can at least know which part of the video violated the policy so I can, re-upload the cropped version. The video without the part that violates the policy. And they replied that no, the whole video was flagged. And it basically means that I can't even put the cropped version because the whole video essentially violates the policy. And after that they sent me this, which of course I put extremely dissatisfied and not solved yet. And then I sent them this, which basically explains in the parentheses why my video did not violate the criminal organization's policy. Now here are all the rules they've given in the policy, and the video did not violate any of these. Now the reason why I'm rebutting against the criminal organization's policy is because a few hours earlier, Team YouTube sent me a message on Twitter for the appeal, saying that after a careful review, their team confirmed that they won't be able to restore my video due to a violation of their policy. More info here. And the link goes to the violent criminal organizations policy. So at that moment I was pretty confused because from the email they sent me till then, they say that my video violates their violent or graphic content policies. But from the latest reply from on Twitter from Team YouTube, they say that I still violates the criminal organizations policy. So I sent the reply believing that the video violates the criminal organizations policy because that's the latest news I've received from YouTube on Twitter. So with this Twitter reply, I thought that it falls under the criminal organizations policy and that I violates that policy, so that's why I sent this email, where I basically prove that my video does not violate any of the articles in the violent criminal organizations policies. And then they replied, basically repeating what they said earlier in the previous email, that YouTube prohibits violent or gory contents, blah 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 blah. But this time, they provided me with which policy this article actually came from. It was the violent or graphic content policy, and here it even sends me to that page. So I was like, alright, so it does not violate the criminal organizations policy, but the violent or graphic contents policy. So I went there and basically did the same thing with the violent or graphic contents policy, listing all the articles and why that video does not violate that policy. If you want more details on why it doesn't violate these policies, you can go watch that video on my main channel. But long story short, these policies apply to things that happen in real life, which was not the case because that video was a Roblox gameplay video. Dramatized or fictional footage of things, anything listed above also falls under this if viewers are not giving enough context to understand that the footage is dramatized or fictional, which was the case because the viewers clearly know that the footage shown in the gameplay are not real. It's clearly not real. It's Roblox gameplay. It does not look real. And also, the video was clearly not posted with the intent to shock or disgust viewers. It was a freaking massacre. Like, they can't even argue against that because I literally took everything in the policies in both of these cases and explained why it doesn't violate those policies in details. You can pause the video and check for yourself if you want, but it was a total massacre, alright? And then here's the punchline, alright? They sent me another reply, and it says that the policy discussed since the video was initially reviewed is the same. So it basically means that the reason why this video got removed is back to being the violent criminal organizations policy. It went full circle. They say that the video violates their criminal organizations policy. I proved them wrong. Alright, now they say that it violates their violent or graphic content policy. I proved them wrong again, and they went back to the violent criminal organizations policy, which I proved them wrong in the previous email. So I was like, what the hell is going on here? The internal team, these reviewers, are literally turning in circles, not giving any relevant information on why and how the video got removed. They just throw out the policies that you violated without explaining to you how and why and where that policy was violated. And when you prove them wrong, a lot of time they just keep contradicting themselves. The more I go into this, the more they contradict themselves. It's actually funny at this point how incompetent they are. It's ridiculous how the whole thing could have been solved if I just could have a chat with the dude who reviewed my content. But no, just have to overcomplicate things. So I sent them another email telling them that, you know, this whole thing, that they're contradicting themselves and that they're not making any sense. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I honestly don't see how this can be solved unless a bigger channel talks about it and helps me out. Or if we can make enough noise on the Twitter to, you know, grab the attention of everyone to see how, you know, screwed up YouTube reviews are. So yeah, if you have a Twitter, maybe alt YouTube and yell at them. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is so stupid.